Welcome to the Nostalgic Multiverse. Hello everybody, Nostalgic here, and I'm back for a new episode of Mini Views. And this is a new episode of Mini Views due to the fact that, well, for one thing, Monday, something came in the mail. Tuesday, I went to Gozo and I bought some stuff. And 3, something arrived in the mail. So, with that, let's begin. First up, we have 2 fake-along carriages. One carrying the Lion of Sodor. So for those people who remember Thomas and Friends, you would know about the abysmal Sharon Miller era. So, in this batch, I got the Lion of Sodor, along with this very nice flatbed, or conflat, whatever you want to call it. As well as that, I got a cow, which is good if I want to make an episode based around Thomas taking an animal to a farm. I mean, there will be an instance where I rewrite the Lion of Sodor as a piece of old Sudrian architecture, and then afterwards just, well, do whatever I want with it. We'll see. Probably put it on display somewhere, like near Knapford Station or something. But with that, that's going to do it for these 2 flatbeds. On to the next item. Next up is Kai's Fire Mech from Ninjago Dragons Rising. Now, in this set, we get 2 mechs. We have one for the Wolf Warrior, and even more so, the Wolf Warrior is the same as every single minifigure that comes in Ninjago Dragons Rising magazines and sets. It's just the same design printed over and over again. Although this time we get a new villain. Her name is Jordana. Now, Jordana was from the first Ninjago Dragons Rising season, and was a lesser antagonist, but is now the antagonist working with Lord Roz in Season 2. Here we have Zane, the Ice Ninja. His design is pretty cool, and as I've stated, I think I've stated this before or not, but the Dragons Rising masks remind me a lot of the Day of the Departed and Hands of Time masks. The face prints are not even that different in Ninjago Dragons Rising from the first season, but at least we get this cool fire mech for Kai. It is so big and bulky, but trust me, if I ever get Cole's mech, it's going to be way bigger and way bulkier. And as for Kai's minifigure itself, it's so good. The detail's nice. Excuse me while I put this back together. Now, Kai actually looks good in his mech suit. And the mask, well, it could fit well with previous Ninjago suits, unlike Zane's. Same can be said about Jay. And Kai just has the same face print like any other ninja. And curiously, all the ninja have golden hands in these sets. I wonder what's up with that. Also, another little side note here. I did actually get a Ninjago Dragons Rising gimmick set. This is my second one, because I do have the Aaron one. And if you're wondering why Nia's minifigure has the normal hair and face, thing is, I just decided to give the mask and armor to another minifigure. And that's just basically it. And if you want to see how this set works, well, here's a brief explanation for you. And that's it. So yeah, next set. Now, the last one is going to be unexpected for every person watching this video. Here I have Tomica Henry. And most people are going to ask in the comments, how did you get the Tomica Henry? Well, funny you should ask that. I went onto a website called thomastoystore.nl, which was introduced to me by a friend in Holland. And I must say, it's pretty efficient, and especially when it comes to an item like this. Now then, I'm going to explain something else. Other Tomica engines are available on AliExpress, such as Thomas, Percy, James, Gordon, Hero, Emily, and Nia, as well as Harold, Bertie, and even Ace the Race Car in some instances. But yeah, other than that, I got Henry because Henry wasn't available on AliExpress. Now, let's get him opened up, shall we? So here's Henry out of his packaging, and I must say, what a beautiful model for such a short size. And this isn't even my first Tomica tender engine. For context, let me show you why I say this isn't my first Tomica tender engine. I actually managed to get Douglas years ago at a car boot sale. And I want to say this as well. I wish that I got some of the other engines like Duck, Toby, Donald, even Oliver if they had him. They even had Atomica Luke and Merlin at one point. So if anyone knows where those are available other than Japan, I'd be happy to buy them. So yeah, as you can see, I have Tomica Douglas and I also have Tomica Henry. But there is a clear difference between the two, because while Henry has two wheels to portray his trailing wheels on his tender, Donald only has, actually Douglas, excuse me, Douglas has a wheel in the middle in order to represent his tender wheels. And that sucks in my opinion, because if you were to put him on a piece of, for example, Adventures or Superstation track, it wouldn't fit, would it? But still, I still quite like Douglas for what he is. But as for Henry, he looks so much better. He looks so much better because, first of all, rods. I love the rods. Second of all, the detail. Oh, the detail. Look at the handrails. Look at the top domes here, the whistle, the firebox, everything, even the tender. Look at the tender. And I even have a Tomica engine that can connect to this guy. But unfortunately, Douglas cannot connect to him due to the fact that this guy has no coupling whatsoever, unlike Henry. So with that, let's get in someone with a coupling in order to couple up to this guy. Here is my Lucky Thomas that I bought from the car boot sale last year and detailed with a paint pen. Now, let's see how these two connect properly. Oh, would you look at that, boys? I did it. See? It's as if Thomas is just pulling along some rolling stock, but nah, it's just Henry, who probably failed again with his feed pipe or something. But at the very least, at least I know how these Tomica engines work now, and it just makes me want to buy more of them. These are Japanese exclusive pieces of merchandise, and I want to get more of them. I am not kidding. I will get more of these. I will get any one that is available on the market. So yeah, get me Gordon, James, Percy, Thomas, any of them, and I will review them. Because these just might beat out Take and Play by a wide margin. These might become my favorites, but Take Along and Take and Play is what I grew up with. So I'm going to stick with those for creating remakes and such, but if I want to make some small pieces of content, I will use these guys. So with that, everybody, thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Mini Views. This is Nostalgic signing off and reminding you all that nostalgia never dies. Goodbye. Let me know in the comments if you want me to review more of these guys, more Ninjago sets, and anything else in between. And I hope you all have a great day.